that are living.
And that is why protecting J, what we're doing on social media now is engaging a lot of persons, right? Because the PNP still don't realize how much the political landscape has changed. And that's why yesterday they tried coming out with bits and pieces of a message now. Because they realize that this whole approach about, not disclosing your idea for the reason that, the JLP is going to steal it. It's not working as I thought it would. Right?
No, Melody, I do not believe that most teachers are PMP. I believe that those who lead the executive of the Teachers Association are PMP, but not most teachers, not the 25,000. Those who lead the executive and have the influence, they are the ones who are PMP. Not the entire Teachers Association.
The PNP is now realizing that their message and their own approach, right, to politics now, at this late stage, they are realizing that they are not really resonating outside of them base, right? And what is happening now is that I will be very surprised if we win this election by just a small margin. I'm expecting another landslide based on what is happening now, based on how things are shaping up now. And I think we're just one strong...
It's a 53 seater.
Yeah, man. One strong campaign away from another landslide. And PJ can help.
All right. Meloni is in the box. Do you want to say something there?
Meloni? Meloni, I'm not hearing you. Unmute your mic.
Okay, you're hearing me now?
Yeah, we're hearing you now.
Okay, I'm saying that I am a teacher. Over 20 odd years in the system. 100 and about 120 teachers at my school. Right? And I can tell you, close to 100 of them are PMP. Me listen how them talk. I have them come in and chat the garbage. May I tell you, protecting JA, that most of the same teachers that you see voting, the one who are coming out, the politician one, he will take over from this one now. The one from St. Thomas. So I'm not even can call him name because I'm not interested. Most of them are, and that's why they vote for him. He got the most votes. And most of the persons who ran on that ticket for the president-elect, about 4 of them out of the 6, if not 5, are known PMP teachers. So they are very much there in the system. And them are Bash Andrew too. So they are there. They are very much there.
What is the bashing about? What are they talking about?
Well, as far as they are concerned, cost of living is extremely high. It is the highest they have ever seen it.
And their
as
pay
it relates
is,
to the wage,
their pay is not
right. As it relates to
high.
the wage increase, no, them not see nothing much on their salary. I consider them a set of ungrateful set of people.
Well, you tell us as a teacher, in terms of your own experience, what has been your experience in terms of cost of living and salaries? So tell us about your experience.
For me, cost of living, yes. Some things are costly, and I'm not going to say that it's not. But in comparison to where our salary was 2 years ago, at least we are able to buy things.
Can I just inject a question?
Go ahead.
Are these PNP diehards? Were they always PNP?
Well, from I've been there, well, most of them come there and see me. Yes, they come there PMP.
And how long ago you talk about? Over a decade?
Some of them over a decade, some of them a little bit longer than me because I'm there 23 years. Some come after me and some before me.
What about the newer teachers?
Most of the newer teachers, because there's one that is beside me, a maths teacher. He's a PMP. Some of them are, but what I'm telling you is more than 80 of them that fall in that category.
But you are suggesting that as far as you are concerned, as a Jamaican, you have seen improvements in your salary over the last 9 years.
Yes, there has been big improvement.
Tell us about the type of improvement that you have seen. So for example, give us an example of where you were without giving us the figures. Where were you?
All right. I was well, I am a degree trained. I'm a degree trained, and I'm coming from about, all right, but when Andrew won in 2016, I know I had some loans and things paying back, but I was below 60,000.
You were
per month.
below 60,000.
But as I said, I was paying. So if I wasn't paying back my loans and all of that, my salary.
That's your net. That's your net.
Yeah, right. No, after my net would have been about 120.
No man, the gross is before tax, you know. So the net is
Right.
after
Oh,
tax.
the net, yes. The net I carried on up close to 60,000 per month.
And where
When
you are now?
Andrew won, no, it went up because I got the 18,000, and then
That's
the
that's
increase.
the income tax break. That's the income
Break,
tax.
right. So
Yes.
you find that you have a few of them, because I have co-workers who are JLP supporters, but they don't vote. And I have to be trying to convince them the best way I can to go out and vote. So you find that when Andrew won, it got better. Now, my salary, my gross salary, is about 280 odd, because I'm a senior teacher as well.
So sorry. You are moving from 6. You are as a degree
No,
teacher.
and remember, I know the net and the gross. The gross for my net. Now what I carry home,
Yes.
it's about
No,
100.
I'm speaking about before taxes. You are
Right
saying
before
that
taxes,
most
I'm about 280 something.
280,000 Jamaican dollars
Yeah, because I'm a senior teacher as well.
for us. But that is not a bad salary, ma'am.
It's not a bad salary, but
And you are
I'm telling
not-
you,
and
it's
you are
what
not
we
paying-
do with
and
it
you are not-
after, you know.
Yes, and you are not paying income tax.
Yes, I pay income tax.
A
but
little
remember,
bit, yeah, because
it's not
that-
as high as how it
Right.
used to be before.
yes. So
Right.
the other teachers are not experiencing this same amount of
Yes,
improvement.
they
Is it
are,
that they are
but
partisan?
yes, they are, but they are very partisan. Because I have a teacher. I know of a teacher. She's a master's teacher. Well, she has a doctorate now. And the other day when JTA decided that they were going to protest, she was big on it. She was also, I don't know how she got the $20,000 that the government gave away in last year, but she was qualified. That was a surprise to most of us in the staff room. And yet still, she's one of them that cursed, she just cursed the government anyhow. She's the one that benefits from the MP, benefits from the councillor.
Tell me about
As it
the
relates to
wage.
her tuition fee and all of that. But they
You
don't
remember,
care.
you remember when you had the wage freeze, ma'am?
The one where we had to wait couple years, and then they only gave us 25,000 every
Yes.
August. Yes. Oh
Do
yes.
you remember that time?
Yes.
Were you teaching at that time?
Yes, I was. When our
Are you-
salary
are
was
you able
frozen
to-
for 20 years. Not 27
Quite good.
years, sorry.
Are you able to buy a car, ma'am, to take out a car loan?
Yes.
And many teachers in your school are driving it.
Most of them are driving.
Most of the teachers at your school are driving.
Most of them are driving.
And they're not
Where they
driving.
always driving.
And they're driving nice cars.
Very nice cars.
But yet
Yeah,
still
but that's
they
what
are.
it comes back to. It's not so much, remember, it's not so much about the benefits for them, for many of them. More of a psychological and emotional connection with the party.
Yeah.
So it's not based on experience. And we would have spoken about this before.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Some
has
of
to
them are
do
family
with,
members. They were grown up. that way and they don't see the need where they should change. And, you know, them just talk like them all time PMP. They don't see it.
That emotional psychological connection that will let them, right? That will encourage them to vote, even against their best interest, to keep the party in power. But I'm not moved by that, because that's how PNP are, because anybody voting PNP now, right? That's how you would have to describe them.
So, teacher,
What
teacher,
you need to understand
is this historical? Do you find that it is a historical thing in Jamaica for the teachers, the JTAs is largely a PNP organization or largely supportive of the PNP? Do you find that is this historical?
As in, no, for it to be, it has been going on for years. It has been going on for years, and this is what I keep telling the teachers in the staff room. I'm saying, even as it relates to our wage increase, the principals went and lobbied for themselves before they even lobbied for us, regular classroom teachers. They never business with we. Because a principal's salary some principal's salary right now is higher than the mayor. You know. Mayor of Montego Bay gets less salary than my principal.
Give us an estimate on what the principal will take home.
My principal is getting close to between 9 to 11 million per year.
No.
Because it's a shift school.
Hold on, man. You're not speaking the truth here.
No, you can check it out for yourself. I think Shika does a very good job as it relates to the breakdown officer. For real. It's the only shift school in Montego Bay, you know.
Uh-huh.
It's the only shift school in Montego Bay.
But you're not speaking about him specifically. You're speaking about principals generally.
Some principals. You have some principals that are in that region. Yeah.
It depends on the number of students at the school.
And the school has students because it's a shift school.
And
That's the kind of money you get neighbor.
Teacher, the comparison as to what was there before wasn't about $3 million, and they moved up to about 9 to 12 million.
Yes. Yeah, man, they get a big jump. That's why I blame, as it relates, like persons are saying that they were blaming Nigel Clark. I tell them not call Nigel Clark. It has nothing to do with Nigel Clark. The principals, because if you notice, the head of the association, they are all principals, you know. They went and lobbied for themselves before they lobbied for us.
So neighbor, now you understand why it is the messaging that is important and not the achievements of the party. Right?
But this is a fascinating discussion, you know, because...
No, hold on. Let me rephrase.
We always notice that. We always know that.
The achievements without the message, trust me, don't underestimate the power of the message, right? And the power of how you get people to feel about the party. Not what they know about the party. Because these teachers know that they're getting better pay now, right? They know that there has been no new tax imposed on them for 8 years. Many of them are able to buy better cars and buy car now, right? Buy a car, right? Or buy a better car than they were able to buy under the PNP. They know this, but it's not what they know that they're going by. It's their emotional connection that is keeping them attached to the party. And that is what I've been trying to drive home, the importance of the message over the reality.
Totally.
Right?
Of course, like,
In addition to the
these
reality.
are educators. These aren't what we call the common man.
That's why you have to have different tiers of messaging for different people. We have to understand the community that we're messaging to. And that's what I was about. Because you see me sit down and look into these things, you know, people. I mean, understand this very well.
You see, what has happened over the years now, right, is that you have both parties would have been able to create what you call a traditional view, right? It has, and the PNP has a different. There are people. The PNP supporters perceive the PNP in a different way than they perceive the JLP. Than the JLP supporters perceive the JLP. So we have to know what positioning means. How do we position our party to the people? How do we position our party in the minds of Jamaicans? Right? How do we want people to feel about us? What do we want people to think about us? And we take it from there. And then as Protecting JA say, we craft or we come up with a strategy to achieve those objectives.
Look at it this way. Those teachers, just like everybody else with the PMP come into contact with, they are trained to think a particular way. Who you say JLP are trained?
Exactly.
When the PMP trains people who have influence, you have to program people who have influence in certain sphere of society. And that's why we complain so much that there are people in certain sphere of society who just love the PMP. Because them specifically pick out these people and train them, program them to love them. And so because they program them to love them control them.
Exactly. I think the JLP, sometimes as leaders, we think that it's about the positive reality under the JLP. And think that that will be enough to make people look at it and say, okay, the JLP is doing a better job. But these people are already programmed.
Even if you raise the principal pay tomorrow to $20 million a year, a PMP then still have a vote.
Exactly. Because prosperity to them is not a reality, it's a perception.
All right, guys.
Not about
who wants
quality of life.
Wants to join for the next 15 minutes or so. Maki Flex is back on. Maki?
Yeah. Listen,
Did you hear that teacher, sir?
I heard her, and she's echoing what I've always felt, because the numbers are there. It's clear that whenever this administration is in power, it takes care of public sector workers, contrary to what the news and the propaganda out there is. And I'm telling you, I for one believe there are many of these public sector workers, from police to our nurses, teachers, will show up at the polls for the JLP this upcoming election. But having said that,
but that's not what she's saying at all.
Right. Having said that, though, what I agree protecting is, for example, the legal profession. Majority of the persons going into the legal profession, if you were to ask them right now, after leaving Normal Man Law School, most of them have a leaning towards the PNP, because this is culture to them like that. The PNP invest in getting some of these young persons to be attorneys. I don't get the impression that JLP does that, and that's an issue. So just to the point of what protecting says, we need to be able to culture, the society, to see the JLP as an option to lead the country. And until that happens, these things are having teachers who are like 20, 21, 22 coming in the system and talk about PNP. To my mind, there should be no 25-year-old supporting a PNP, in my opinion. You understand?
And
this is what is happening.
Get them to see real prosperity as prosperity, and not perception of prosperity as prosperity. Because that is what is happening. Because the perception can be stronger than fact. I keep saying that.
Right.
Go ahead.
So the thing that I see the Prime Minister doing in these last couple of years, awarding party workers, children, and with scholarships and things like that, it's good, right? I would love for it to be ramped up more, so that persons can identify the JLP as a party and an organization that wants to build Jamaica. So we don't have our young lawyers and doctors and nurses talking about PNP. That's what the PNP does well. Whether they like them or not, that's what they do well. And so you can have teachers, as Melanie says, coming in. Go ahead,
I don't think the numbers, they are large numbers though to get the PNP in power. It's just that they are louder.
I agree. But what happened? As Melanie says, Foresight, you have a system where predominantly supports this part of the political party. And I'm saying, in order for the narrative to change, right, we need to be able to do it. We need to surgically ensure that the culture changes. All right.
Yes,
I
agree.
am saying, when I compare, just generally speaking, you compare some young lawyers, just an average bunch of young lawyers, and you set them one side and ask them, what do you think is this political party? You can hear, I'm certainly more than going to say PNP, because that's a culture in certain professions. So the JLP needs to counter that.
There was a program at you that was pro PNP. And it's how they are being taught in these institutions, because I think the PNP tells their history and rewrites their history, right? And sell it to these people much better than the JLP does. And one of the things that what you find is that people are now looking out of the eyes and say, but wait a minute, the reality can be showing us this, right? The reality is different from what we are being taught. Right? And over time, you'll find, and that's why this third term is so important for the PNP, because they realize that with a third term in opposition, right, the next generation of voters are going to be even more educated and are going to be even more aware. And the party performance now, right, the party, as I said, the government will be doing so much more that it's going to become more undeniable. And that is what they don't want.
Exactly.
The things with lie now. Because that's the thing with lie now. The lie has an expiry date. Truth doesn't. So the PNP want to keep the lie alive as long as they can. But it relies on them being in power. Right? It's going to depend on if they gain back power. But 3 terms in opposition, it's going to make it become very difficult for them to keep this lie alive. Especially with a government that's working the way it is.
Yeah. This is like a big battle cry for the PNP, This is like the last stand.
Yeah.
And that's why they pull it out the stops. It is the last stand. After them lose this time, the PNP are done for, because they know Andrew Holness get another term, then the political spectrum will begin to change, begin to shift. They know that. Because all those people who are going medical school, all who in a university now, all who in the whole program, all who in the training program, them, once they become cognizant of the new Jamaica when them done train, their thinking will be different, their approach to life will be different, and they are going to begin to reward the Jamaica Labour Party for that transformation of their lives. So the PNP knows this. They know. And that's what's happening. It's a mad dance rush. It's the last battle cry for the PNP. And that's why it's the last hurrah in Napi.
The last hurrah. I tell you, it's serious.
Because they know the government is working. Them know it.
Them know
much
that's
longer
true.
you explain to the people that what is going on is a bad thing, right? How long you'll be able to tell the people that the good is bad?
Not much longer, I tell you.
Our foresight?
Yes, neighbor.
We're gonna have to leave it there for tonight, okay?
Neighbor, blessings.
All right, neighbor, bless up yourself. Enough respect.
Take care.
Take good care.